All right, so look, listen, jumping someone you beef with is one thing, but jumping someone's fucking mom, that's some crazy ass shit, bro. I can't believe I gotta say this shit right now, man. Chicago is officially a wasteland. It's a third world city, and we gotta give the fuck up on it, man. I've reacted to too much shit on this channel from this city, and this gotta be the worst I ever heard in my life, and I ain't even watched it yet. Come on, let's see what's going on with it.
Become cool to beat up random people. Mind you, elementary kids. What
Here
is
we go,
wrong
bro.
with the younger generation?
Elementary!
What do they mean? Why are they so violent? Because I watched this video of these kids jumping this poor woman and her kid.
Imagine you're walking towards your kid's school
What
just to
the
pick them up.
fuck?
You're gonna walk them to the school and walk back to your home. This is something you do every day or sometime, so you feel pretty safe in your neighborhood. But you notice that there are like 20 kids behind you and they're shouting names at you. And again, these kids are not like 5 or 6. They're like 12, 13, or 14.
Still,
Some
damn,
are even
God.
as big as you. You're trying to walk away, but these kids are surrounding you and your son. And next thing you know, they've attacked you. Not only have they attacked you, but your son. And it's brutal. Now, I know this sounds like a horror story went wrong, but this is an actual thing. And no, it didn't happen to a man. It happened to a woman. A woman who I believe is disabled and is also suffering from sickle cell.
Oh, hell
Chicago
no.
can't be a real place. A group of bullies
Yeah,
jumped
man.
the pregnant mom of the little boy that they was bullying at school. They bombed the mom up. They talking about her crusty ankles. They calling her or whatever because maybe she had a disability. Her back was a little bit going to the left, and she was also pregnant. A pregnant disabled mom was jumped by a group of bad.
Bro, y'all raising y'all kids so fucking bad, man. Y'all encourage this shit at home. And not only am I mad at the people who are jumping, right? That's one thing. We already know. We came into the video knowing that. The people who are whack as hell to me are the people standing there with their iPhones like this, as if this some cool ass shit to be recording, egging this shit on and cheering and shit. Y'all is all going, I don't care that y'all 13. I really don't care because I wasn't like this at no fucking 13. Y'all is going to hell when y'all, oh my God. You know, I usually try to say like, everybody can come to a different, like, get a different path, elevate. Y'all can't elevate. Y'all are destined for failure. I'm just going to say it. Y'all are destined for the system, man.
Disrespectful teens, bro. They do that at, y'all out here jumping disabled, pregnant women and that even my generation, we had enough respect. You know, we was disrespectful and we wasn't about to beat nobody mom.
Hell no.
You know how much gotta have to beat up mom up. And she pregnant, that's a mother.
And disabled.
As you can see, people in the community are pissed off.
Because let somebody play with my mother son. Let somebody touch my mother son. Y'all could try to drag me because they jumped her. So she couldn't very too much do anything. But touch my mother kid, and that's where y'all all kids at that will be on some shirts. And I don't care. I'm not trying.
I really don't blame her. I really
hearing
don't
this
blame her.
From a whole bunch of ladies in the black community, not just the men, but women saying if it was my kid, it would be a little bit different. But she wasn't the only person to say this.
On my bald head granny G, if I was that lady yesterday that got jumped by them kids at Bray School, I would have been smiling in my mugshot. And I said, I'm so glad she ain't. I don't know if I'm glad or if I'm mad she ain't had no y'all kids would have been getting lit the G on my bald head granny. Y'all let y'all kids do too much, so y'all ain't gonna learn until y'all keep letting them do that much. And when they do that much in public, they get. Then y'all gonna be the ones crying on my baby ain't never did nothing to nobody.
A lot of people in the community are upset about this. This happened at Orville T. Bright School in the south side of Chicago. The very next day, there was a gathering in support of the woman. The community came out, and that's good to see. And they came to the school. They wanted those kids not only expelled, but they wanted those kids prosecuted.
Hell yeah!
Their parents. Now, this woman has sickle cell anemia. I heard the woman talk. I don't know if the slur was because she was tired or beat up or if she was disabled.
Or nervous on
but
camera.
She has
like,
two children.
Yeah.
And not only was she beat up against a gate, she was pushed down and beat up on, right? She was protecting her child.
Yo, this is the problem with like the hood now, right? We are slowly having the YNs get worse and worse and worse by the year, right? Because let's just be honest. Because all these damn drill rappers and all this shit has always been cool to be a badass kid, man. You got, look, 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, they bad nowadays, right? But like we're moving into territory where like doing really, really, really bad shit is the new cool in the hood. And this is what I'm talking about. I grew up in some places that were pretty bad, right? And people did bad shit. They'll break in houses. They shooting at people, young ass age. That's all normal in this type of environment. I never, ever fucking seen somebody jump a nigga mom. I ain't never seen that ever. That means these fucking YNs are evolving. That means in 5 years, mark my words, bro. Put it on your calendar. This day in 5 years, the YNs are gonna be smoking grannies. They're gonna be rolling up granny packs. It's gonna be bad, bro.
All of this was happening. And again, people cannot believe how savage it was. It is that bad. But then this brother brought up this point.
What if she was a woman that was packing something, man? She pregnant. She not about to play with you, little mother. That y'all harm her, mother. She pull her shit out and pop, pop, pop. What the story have been? What would be the headlines? What? Would she have been wrong? Like, what is she supposed to do in a situation like that? Like, honestly,
mom smokes dumbass YNs. That's what I would say right there.
Punching shit all up over her. She pregnant and stuff.
This is a very good point that I want to talk about. He mentioned something that was interesting. He said, what if the woman had a gun and she decided to defend herself against these middle school kids? Automatically, that would have been a bad look because, oh, why is she opening fire on some kids? And then, you know, the community would have wanted her to go to jail. But if you would have saw how vicious that attack was on her and her kid, you would say, well, damn, if she had a strap, she should have used it, right? And again, it's a very iffy situation. But this also is something that happened recently in Philadelphia. You had
Chicago and Philly, of course.
Who swung on a teacher. And
yeah, Rick, that boy's mom tells me that while she acknowledges that her son was in the wrong here, he did swing at that staff member first. She still says he didn't deserve to be assaulted by an adult at school, a place where he should feel safe.
He didn't fall. He didn't hurt himself. He got punched by a man twice his size.
12-year-old Peyton Outlaw has a...
Bro, if my kid punches a teacher, I give the teacher full-fledged permission to suck the shit out of him. I know that sounds crazy. Let me explain why, bro. Here's the thing that you badass kids don't understand, man. Y'all be so motherfucking bad that y'all be 12 thinking y'all tougher than everybody, right? I was like that too. Every one of these little YNs think that they could just put belt to ass on everyone. And what's gonna happen to your stupid ass is you gonna do that and you gonna be outside of a school ground, outside of parental vision, and the person you do it to is gonna smoke your dumb ass, right? So if somebody does it now where they slap this shit out of you, you gonna learn, okay, I'm not that damn tough. And you gonna think twice in the real world. So I am pro slapping the shit out of these kids, man. And if you don't want to do it because you's a scary ass parent letting your kids act like this, send them to me. I'll whoop the shit out of them, bro. I whoop my little cousins. I got little brothers, cousins, all that. I beat the shit out of them. And I got the shit beaten out of me, so it's cool. I'm telling you right now.
Swollen lip, a lost tooth, and multiple stitches after he says he was assaulted by a staff member at the KIPP Philadelphia Preparatory Academy in North Philadelphia Monday.
Now, in this case, the young man, was beat up, after trying to attack the teacher. He was 12. But if you can look at him, he's almost as big as his mother. I don't know how big the mother is, but some of these kids are extremely strong for their age, and they can hurt you. Like I said, you can get some of these kids 12, 13, 14 years old, and some of them can pick up grown people. I remember when my cousin was like 13 or 14, we used to call him Big Ant. My dad is like 6'1", at the time 260 pounds.
Oh shit.
He could literally put my dad on his back. He could put my dad on his back and walk him around, like almost like a rag doll at that age. So now, what if you got middle schoolers like that are trying to fight some chick that's a pregnant woman with sickle cell anemia? And if she defends herself, it's going to be an issue. Now, let me talk about this. Everybody kept saying in this video, where are the parents? Okay? Y'all need to check y'all's kids, all right?
Yeah.
And
A lot of them
hate to
don't got
be
parents, though.
a
I'm going to
bearer
be honest.
Of bad news.
He finna say what I said.
But this is what you have when you prioritize, you know, women and not prioritize black men in the community. Again, when it comes time for Father's Day, I'm mama, I'm daddy. You know, we don't need the man. We don't need the man in the house. We can do it all by ourselves. One of the reasons why these kids are even acting out like this on the other side, because they don't have a father there. They have no discipline. A lot of the times, especially when I was coming up, I'm pretty sure it's the same now. You know, a lot of kids was raising themselves. In the 90s, most single moms was working all the time. So when you at work and you ain't really got nothing to do, you're at home, 13 or 14 years old, nothing to do. You know, your grandma sometimes is a little bit too old to look out for you. You're just getting into trouble and you don't have no structure, okay? You know, most of these kids, from what I'm seeing now, I don't know how true it is, but I keep hearing about teachers complaining about the fact that a lot of these kids can't really even read in some of the inner cities. Math scores is low. No discipline. No men, no businesses in these communities. Nothing to do, no extracurricular activities to do in these communities. No investment into this community. So that energy that young people have being rambunctious, needing something to do, there is nothing for them to do but to go out there and be what they see online. And let's talk about it for real, be what they see in the house. If you guys really want to know why these kids are acting like that, they are doing exactly what they parents do. And y'all don't want to talk about that, of course. I mean, obviously, because y'all don't make no mistakes and women don't make no mistakes or men don't make no mistakes. But I can tell you what I was once a kid before, all right? And what I used to see growing up in Del Paso Heights and on the south side of Compton when I lived there is people emulating what their parents was doing. If they
also their idols are starting to be these online rap figures who are just terrible fucking examples, bro. Look at like the rappers that all the kids love. These are who they idolize. Lil Durk, King Von, shit. You know what? Just let's take those two as an example, man. Do you think that anything about them is gonna promote anything good? Hell nah. But like, it's now taking on a life of its own, bro. They idolize King Von, Lil Durk, all these bullshit rappers. And now what's happened is they've taken what they learned from those rappers and fucking spun it into even more bullshit. Now we got kids who jump moms, bro. It started as drill rap. We pop each other. We signed up for this, cool. Now y'all popping moms. Y'all beating up moms. And it's probably over some middle school beef. This shit. This generation is cooked, bro. Chicago, we're deleting the city. I'm done, man. I'm done. I used to say Chicago has some potential. Maybe they could fix it. Maybe like if the kids get into there is no activity you could put these kids in that is gonna fix that type of shit. Like that is crazy to me. All right. Those specific kids, though, luckily for us, all the kids are not this bad yet. But those specific kids, I don't believe you're going to fix their mentalities because they're just, like, you got to have something wrong with you, man. Because 12-year-olds, like, even from bad areas, even from low backgrounds, they don't do shit like that. That's plain evil. No, yeah, shush. Y'all, bro, make sure to like this video up. Make sure to comment. Like, man, right now, hit that like button. All right. But subscribe, all that, man. I'm finna get out of here. Catch you on the next one. We out.